Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. You are joining me for Series 2, Episode 2 review of the Doctor Who episode, LUX, of course. And, yeah, very bonkers, wasn't it? That was a bit of a bonkers episode, wasn't it? And, we had early reviews on it, and I tell you what, it lived up to expectation, didn't it? There's still one downfall in this episode. I don't think people are going to like it either, but we'll get onto it. And but again, another enjoyable episode, and yeah, very bonkers as well. Mr. Winnerden, whoever appears in, by the way, superb man, superb actor as well. Which was Alan Turing, I think it was, who played it. But obviously, this was the start of the episode where this was like an introduction to Mr. Winnerden, where he came out the cartoon screen, and these were obviously part of the story of the 15 people that went missing at the cinema, or the picture appears, whichever way you wanna say what it is. So this was at the introduction. We also had the introduction of the Doctor and Belinda before the deck changed into the 1952 clothes, where Belinda talks about her mum and dad, etc., etc. And then they go into a cafe, like a diner cafe, where they meet one of the mums of the missing person. Her son was missing, and was in the introduction of one of the people that went missing after Mr. Winnerden came out the screen as well, to basically attack the people watching as well. So it was a little bit of a slow starter, but you don't expect that in the episode. And then we get on to the dud bits, which were the Doctor meeting Mr. Winnerden himself. And I loved the start of it, where all you can hear was tapping, and the Mr. Winnerden introduction where he just pulls the curtains up and don't da da, which is a good impression by me. I think that is so ice cold as well. And obviously, at first, meeting Doctor and Belinda, Mr. Winnerden, it all starts like a friendly conversation. Then I think Belinda. Then obviously Belinda was asking questions, and the hashtag "Don't make me laugh" was said about 3 or 4 times, and the Doctor kicked onto it, saying why shouldn't we make you laugh, etc. This "we don't make me laugh" sentence is just so Toymaker-ish, isn't it? So Toymaker-ish. It's a combined between Toymaker and Maestro. It really is something that they would do as well. And obviously, Mr. Winden said, "What would that be, sir?" And then it all gets a bit tense and confrontation. And Mr. Winden says, don't make me up, because it sounds like this." And there we go. Then that diddle that Toymaker made first, the Maestro made the diddle as well in the Devil's Sword, Devil's Chord, and now we hear the diddle then. But wow, again, another scene that was ice cold, man. That was so ice cold when he does that diddle, and we see that it's fallen off on the cinema piece, and it spells Harbinger, and I love it as well when the Doctor gets fearful when Harbinger gets mentioned. And that's when the Doctor says, "The God of Chaos have harbingers." And Lux introduces himself. Lux Imperator, the God of Light. I am the last thing you see before you fall into abysses. I mean, wow, then another ice cold. I loved it, man. Oh my god, I was like goosebumps. Goosebumps. You don't love it when the dogs introduce themselves as well. But I love it, man. But yeah, but wow, that was one of the best parts of it. This the Yetters fall and of the cinema to Spellhaven as well. So I think this is a new dog as well. I think he introduced him as a new dog, and that's good. I love that. Introducing like a new dog, not the ones that have been mentioned, like Sutek, Maestro, Toymaker, the Tritzer as well. Uh, so it's a new dog, the dog of light as well. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I said before the series. I just knew this episode was going to be probably at the moment it's going to be the best episode by the odds of it. But so far we started the series off with a bang. So the Doctor and Brenda stay nuts for now, and then Russ somehow that's under that's under the door and into the room, and Russ mentions the enemy, the toy maker, deposer of Maestro, the terror of the dot of death, and the Doctor says absolutely. And then the moment was, and then after that, the moment was they get turned into the cartoon, the Doctor and Brenda. That turned into cartoons, even though the Doctor said to us, just take me, don't take Brenda. So and as you see there, I don't know, I've got two-dimensional brain. Yeah, the Doctor says. Again, I think that was another good moment because I think we saw that the dynamic between the Doctor and Brenda increased a bit when they started that start about the Doctor, about the Doctor's story, etc., etc. And then they realise how did they get out of the screen. And what they did was keep talking about something sad, and it kept changing them dimensionally, and they kept pulling, and it's what you do with curtains sometimes, where you just pull down, and then they realised they couldn't, it wasn't working, and they had to push through the screen. And now this is my controversial moment because everyone else who's reviewed this episode seems to like this episode, seems to like this moment. I don't personally. I don't like it because sometimes some people made theories up saying, what if the Doctor realised it was just in the TV show? I don't like that theory, to be honest with you. It would make me cross out, to be honest. It would make me cross out. Maybe this is Russell D Davies being clever, and just taking the piss a bit, taking the piss by saying, by debunking them theories. But at the same time, the filming was before them theories. To be fair, the filming was pretty much after the end of series 1, wasn't it? After series 1 aired, that's when they started filming series 2. So I personally didn't like this scene. I really didn't. Really biggest fans, and they were talking about the favourite episode as well, Pient, and all that. So I must be the only one, because I just have this fear. I really hope that's not the ending of the series where the Doctor realizes that he's only just in a TV show and everything else wasn't real. I'm not sure if I like that, to be honest. But obviously the other content creators that do refer to Doctor Who, yes we will, they're nerds though. Yes we will. So they would like that. But I'm old still. I just want like a big thing in the finale. I think it will happen. Yeah, the big thing. I don't think it will be true at the TV show, but I hope not. I hope the TV show theme is not true at the end of the series. I really hope not. So that's. I actually think this is the only scene that lets the episode down, and why I don't give it a 10 out of 10. Perfect, in my opinion. I just didn't dare it. I'm sorry, I didn't dare this scene at all. Oh yeah, we're Doctor Who fans, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I just don't like it, to be honest. Hopefully that's the only time it would get mentioned, this TV show theory, and it just back to normal afterwards. None of this being the season arc, in my opinion. But yeah, then after that, obviously they went back, managed to get themselves out, and obviously the Doctor did burn his hand while trying to get himself and being the outfit, and he bi-generated to obviously recover his burnt hand. And he said he's been saying just for this. And that was probably the one time for the Doctor to mention regeneration. Because as we saw, after that, we saw obviously LUX or Mr. Winnenden appear once again. And Mr. Winneden cast the Doctor at the right time while he's bi-generating. And he held the Doctor hostage while the Doctor tells Binder to run, and that basically that the caretaker of the cinema, who was being held hostage as well by LUX, to help Binder out and pull up every filming, which gives LUX the power, but LUX had more even, and LUX end up getting even more powerful with the Doctor bi-generate and have then that bi-generating energy from the Doctor. And as Lux says there, yet the light of a Time Lord build me a body. And that was another epic moment for me. That was another epic moment, seeing a cartoon character getting regenerated. The God of Light getting regenerated as well. And now that makes me wonder what's going to happen for the rest of the series now, because I know we'll get on to the ending in a minute, and it looks like the God of Light is just done now. Just done. But what we do know now, one of the dogs has a purely has regeneration in him. But yeah, I got another epic scene. Seeing a cartoon character getting regenerated. Who would have thought that, by the way? Who would have thought that? Obviously, we saw Red. Red ends up having Bender. Well, he tells Bender to run himself, and he ends up pulling up the filming as well. And I think he ends up unfortunately dying because of it, and ends up being with his wife, his partner, who did die before. So he took it in himself to pull the whole cinema, and that ended up giving LUX a bit of light. Obviously, he was kept inside for a reason. He was more powerful inside than outside. And once you see that sunlight outside, that's more powerful, and LUX couldn't defend it. And that's when you see LUX going to Earth and space, and then start to disappear in space as well. But I love that moment where I love the second picture there, where you just see LUX or Mr. Winneden just coming out of the building, which is done with part of my thumbnail, by the way, which will be part of my thumbnail. So, and now we get on to the ending, Mrs. Froda then. If you want to see Dud's show, darling, I can recommend this one. Better warn you though, limited one only. Show ends the 24th of May. See, it doesn't end the 24th of May because episode 8 is on the 31st of May. But again, I think this was I think this was in filming before they said which date would be the last episode. So by then, when they were filming, it might be May 24th. So again, might have been that's just another throw off, you could say. So, and Mrs. Flood, who's done to appear in every episode this series apparently, appears then near the end. I think that's the perfect ending as well. That's the perfect ending, especially to end it with Mrs. Flood as well. Because everyone then don't suspect yet who the hell Mrs. Flood is. And yes, be real, she's a Time Lord. I'll keep on telling people she's a Time Lord. How Tom sees all of a sudden a neighbour to Belinda and Ruby. How comes everywhere the Doctor does, see coincidence appears. I think she's Dewani. And also Dewani knows something, yeah, from the classic Doctor Who. Dewani knows the TARDIS. I can't see it being the Master because I think the Master needs a bit of a break from Doctor Who. Maybe Missy, you could say, maybe Missy. But then Missy is basically a female version of the Master, basically, by generated. So I said at the start of the series, she's Dewani. And people are still saying she's not Dewani. Well, how comes in the Legend of Ruby Sunday then? Did she say, I'm just hiding myself away, which is what Time Lords say? We hide ourselves away. And the final, and to end episode 2, after she said all that, trick of the light. I get carried away when trick Des mentioned. I think to myself, because he could mean that's the trick of the night, and we all know I especially me, I had to speculate. Yeah, the Twitter will return to Doctor Who at some point after the Twitter was getting teased in series 1. Actually, I don't hear actually. Trick of the Night. Another tease when the Twitter was teased was in the Devil's Card, where Ruby was humming the Twitter's theme from Sarah Jane Adventures. And we saw in Harry Harbinger mentioned the Twitter as well in the Legend of Ruby Sunday. It needs to lead up to something, hasn't it? Yeah, all these teasers. By the way, the Twitter hasn't been teased. The Twitter's not the only one who's just been teased. A lot of people been, other things have been teased as well. And I made this comment 4 months ago on a video. Why was Ruby singing the Twitter theme? That still needs to be answered. We all thought we were getting Twitter as the Hooded Figure in the finale. It didn't happen. Twitter that's mentioned by Harms in the finale too. Suri the Twitter appears in Doctor Who at some point. And yes, be real, in the finale, we're going to have a big fanfare of the Dog film, aren't we? We all know Mrs. Field and Conrad are done being the finale as well. I'd say 2 of the Unholy Trinity that's now been mentioned, the Unholy Trinity, so Mrs. Field and Conrad, who we will see in episode 4, his first appearance of the series. He wants more power, Conrad, as well, to try and expose the unit, especially in episode 4, which will have repercussions for the finale as well. And which is why I came up with the theory that the Twitter will grant Conrad that way, so having more power than the Doctor. And young Conrad does see the Doctor in episode 4 as well, when the Doctor and Bender arrive in 2007. And I think the Doctor, from the latest leak is the Doctor or Bender, one of them, gives young Conrad 50p coin. And that's what happens when you give something to a young person. Something happens, doesn't it? Let's be real. Something does happen, and so. But yeah, that was my favourite start of the series. I'm still sticking by that theory. Mrs. Flood and Conrad. Conrad's gonna be like some evil prime minister in the finale, isn't he? That doesn't have power. Have the power of the whole country. Mrs. Flood, Mrs. Flood will just do what she does, is hide herself away. Why is he hiding? The clues in the title, Time Lords do that, they hide. That was the finale the scripts of the episode for this series, why is Mrs. Hood hiding in the sky? So again, she's a Time Lord, and I think something, and that's another thing. The Twitter loves to hide as well. The Twitter loves to hide in the Sarah Jane offences. He appears when Sarah Jane, whoever he processes, which was Sarah Jane, that's when he does appear. So obviously, I'm getting myself carried away. I'm hoping it is a Twitter in the finale. I won't be disappointed if it isn't. I just want Doctor Who to be better than that series, and so far, I will end it up on this. It has been so far better than that series, the first 2 episodes. Uh, I think Series 2, Episode 1, The War of Evolution, was a Who's upgrade on Space Babies, and I think this was a Who's upgrade on Devil's Cord as well. So far, Doctor Who's starting off with a bang as well, and they need to as well. They need to. It's a make or break series, in my opinion. And I tell you what, it's looking promising for the rest of the series as well, because the next time trailer for the that looks spooky and creepy as hell, and that looks like it's going to be a good one as well. I think episode 4 even has promise, even though the Doctor won't be in it. It'll be more about Ruby and Conrad, and that's going to be like a build up to the finale as well. To have repercussions for the finale, and then you got episode 5 with the story and the engine, which again has another tease of the Twitter, especially with the reaction to Nancy, who is a Twitter of folklore, and the spider as well. And I think the only episode that might not be good this series is episode 6, the Song Contest, and everyone's was a bit. I don't think everyone's really looking forward to the Song Contest one, to be fair. But then that might be a good episode, because at the end of I think at the end of that Song Contest episode, I think we'll see the first build up to the finale where something will happen, like a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger scene will happen, which will lead up to the finale, in my opinion. So yeah, it's not promised so far, the series, and so far proved me wrong. They proved me wrong as well. And that's what I'm saying. The trailers even look good as well. They even look like promise as well. And it's so Russell T Davies, isn't it? To print out the series, isn't it? To print out the series to pretty much save Doctor Who from no ratings as well. Look, people don't give it no ratings. There is haters out there. Let's be real. There is hate. The people that are still giving it a low rating are just haters. Let's be real. I don't like the war criticism either. At the end of the day, I'm not bothered who's the Doctor and all that. I just want good story writing, because at the end of the day, whoever is the Doctor, at the end of the day, is an experienced actor. Let's be real. They're all experienced actors in their own way. What I didn't like, I know I'm waffling on. What I don't like about Doctor Who was Jodie Whittaker, Jodie getting the role as the Doctor when it should really be a man. I think that is a fair point. Let's be real. I think that is a fair point. No fault of her own. That's just Doctor Who picking her as the Doctor. Because we've always known it as a man. Yes, we will. Doesn't matter if it's a day man either. Written to years, because he is there. And by the way, that's not me hitting out at him. I am not bothered. I am not bothered. I just want good story writing. And I think in Tutti, he is a good actor in his own way. I think he is. I think we're seeing more of them this series as well. We're seeing more of him this season than we did last series as well. I think we're seeing him thrive more in this series, Tutti as well. So I just thought I would end it up on that, because it's something that here with things again, isn't it? And I thought, and that's not what I am. I am a big Doctor Who fan. All I wanted was just a better series than that series. After that series, did that series deserve criticism for the way it ended with the Empire of Death, when no one died. Let's be real, no one died, and it was more like a Davina McCall's Non Lost Parents episode. I didn't like that at all. I really didn't. I couldn't believe what I was watching, to be honest with you. And another thing is, Series 1, all the theories in Series 1 still didn't get answered. Still didn't get answered. Like, who was Ruby Sunday? Who's Ruby's mum? Who's Ruby's dad? Why was Ruby singing the Twitter thing like I mentioned before? So yeah, again, they still need to answer more theories. Susan Triad as well. Was she just no one then? Was she just in a harbinger for Sutek? Probably I think so, but at the same time, why is Susan Triad coming back again for Series 2? Is she another harbinger then? Was it being processed by someone else? Possessed by someone else? So, but yeah, I just thought I'd end it on that. But yeah, brilliant episode again. We enjoyed it. Definitely a higher rating than the Robot Revolution. I would give this a 9 out of 10. The only scene I didn't like was just the Doctor Who fans scene, meeting the Doctor Who fans. I personally didn't like it. I know that's something controversial, but I actually didn't like that at all. I didn't. But everything else, spot on. Everything else, spot on. Alan Cumming, one of the thoughts to win, became missing winner then as well, because that character was ice cold, man. It was ice cold as well. The way he was regenerating as well, that was quite spooky as well. And the introduction of him of the God of Light as well. Bender, I thought we saw more Bender in episode 1 personally, but Bender was probably more funnier in episode 2, especially when she mentions it. Is that all you called? Is the Doctor, and she does ridiculous. So that was a good scene, and yeah, again, good dynamic between the two of them when they get transferred into cartoons as well onto the screen, and yeah, I'm seeing more of Intuti's rather than Intuti's 5 as well. I've been detected at the cinema when up high. Again, spot on from him as well. He played a good role in this episode as well, especially when he was acting terrified as well, because he's obviously been possessed by LUX as well to feed him as well. So yeah, they all played a good part, and Mrs. Flood just steals it, doesn't she? She just steals at the end the trick of the night. Just the way she says it, as well. Trick of the night, the ending as well. She's ice cold, man. She's a badass. She's ice cold as well, and I love it. She's well experienced. She played Auntie Watson in EastEnders as well, so you shouldn't be surprised that she's thriving as well. So, but yeah, feel free to see your thoughts and see Series 2, Episode 2. It was bonkers, a bit of a bonkers episode. Best episode so far. Best episode in quite a while as well. Apart from Boom last year, which I gave a 10 out of 10, that's right up there in the 15th Doctor's top episodes, in my opinion. So feel free to leave your thoughts on this episode down below in the comments if you have watched it. And I don't want people in the comments saying, "Oh, you're spoiling it." Well, I'm not being funny. They did say it's on BCI player at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why it's on TV anymore. I really don't. It's pointless putting it on TV. Just watch it on BCI player, to be honest with you. So, but that's my thoughts on the episode. Spot on episode again. Another good episode. I think it has a higher rating than the season opener as well. And you've got expectations, like the review said. You've got expectations as well. Just that one scene I just didn't like with the Doctor Who fans. But apart from that, everything else spot on. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below. And I'll see you all for Series 2, Episode 3 preview to the Well, which is got a lot of people having theories on, and just spooky and creepy. And your side again, it's going to continue of good episodes as well, and a good start to the series. And this good start to the series continues. Take care, stay safe, and see you later.